Chapter 842. But still, I will clear the path to Nahan for you. I can manage that much, so don't refuse this offer. The weight of emotion in those red eyes oppressed Either's heart. Swallowing down the sensation, he nodded silently, his lips sealed shut. Yes, I think I have found Nahan's location. As Either struggled to break the silence as he and Kishir gazed at each other, fortunately, Gakane's strained voice drew everyone's attention. Did you find it? He's much further than before he was trapped in the space, and it seems he's still moving. Gakane's eyelids, tightly shut in concentration, twitched innocently. If he's moving, how should I pursue him from my end? I will send signals through the shadows. Opening his eyes, Gakane drew out a thin shadow from his fingertips and wrapped it around Either's wrist. It clung like a bracelet made of black thread, stirring faintly, giving an odd sensation. As this is my space, I can send signals through it. Keep moving to the right. The shadow will react as you are getting closer to Nahan, so you will follow it. Got it. Thank you, Gakane. No, I should thank you. I never thought it would work, but it did, all thanks to you. Gakane, his eyes open, smiled tiredly, but with a renewed vitality. I did what only I could, right? Enough to be of help to you. Yes, exactly. Well done. Haha. Encouraged by his own achievement, Gakane looked proud and happy, prompting Kurga to shake his head. You really are like a terminal case of the cavalry disease. Cavalry disease? Either intrigued but restrained by the situation, didn't inquire further. He flexed and swung his shadow-wrapped hand, testing its resilience, then turned to Kishir. Let's depart now. Is that alright with you? Kishir nodded and reached out his hand. Either felt an invisible force envelop him and Kishir more densely. Let's go. Be safe, Commander. Either I will help you from here through the shadow curtain somehow. So be careful and don't get hurt. Leaving behind Kurga and Gakane's farewells, Either started to run. Soon the voices of his companions faded as if cut off. All that was left to feel was the warmth of Kishir close by, the ominous and gloomy aura engulfing everything else, and the darkness of the black shadow veil. Shapeless, ghostly apparitions swirled around the running Either like the wind. They lunged, trying to penetrate the barrier of Kishir's energy, but none could break through, repeatedly being repelled. Despite repeating the same futile attempts dozens of times, the apparitions showed no signs of fatigue. The increasing number of phantoms as he ran indicated Nahan must be nearby. Ooh, ooh. Useless Omega Cavalry Commander. Kill the traitor, behead him, and display it on the 7th Wall District. Yudrian. Yudrian? Amidst the chilling wails and screams, occasionally, the voices of those he had encountered in a previous life mingled in. Yet, Either paid them no mind, focusing solely on his wrist bound by the shadow and on Kishir beside him. Kishir too ignored the faint apparitions clinging to him, his gaze fixed ahead. Though outwardly calm, his complexion had turned even paler than before. Judging by the way the voices of the apparitions clinging to Kishir only sounded like a hum, it seemed he couldn't hear the voices of the apparitions attached to Either. Despite having no secrets left from him, Either felt relieved. Knowing something and experiencing it as reality were, after all, two different matters. Suddenly, the shadow wrapped around his wrist writhed and trembled, pointing in a slightly different direction than before. It seemed Nahan was on the move. Has he moved? Kishir, turning sharply, asked. Yes, he seems to be moving continuously. The speed suggests he's regaining his senses. Be careful. Either changed direction. The vibration of the shadow around his hand grew stronger, eventually allowing him to know the way without looking. As they continued, the number of surrounding apparitions increased to the point where it became difficult to see. So many overlapped that the black shadow curtain blurred, creating a misty, whitish haze before their eyes. The sensation of a rampaging, tremendous power constricted their breaths. A quite unfathomable depth of hostility surged around them. Every nerve in either's body tensed as he felt all the anger Nahan originally harbored, now twisted and amplified dozens of times, filling the air. Even having experienced rampaging awakeness countless times in a past life, either couldn't help but frown at the intensity. It's severe. Either realized that if he had come this far without Kishir's abilities, it would have been incredibly difficult to proceed, a thought he reluctantly acknowledged. As Nahan's energy intensified, the power Kishir used to protect them grew stronger. Sweat began to form on the brow of the man who had maintained his composure until now, as his unseen force strongly repelled the aberrations. How much further to Nahan? Very soon, he seems close. In this ominous darkness, a few steps were enough to lose sight of each other. Now that Nahan's rampant energy fiercely overwhelming them, it was even more so. Either, scanning the darkness, sharply spoke up. From here on, I will handle it. Please step back, Commander. ... Commander? When no response came, Either turned to see Kishir, who had just pushed back an apparition that nearly broke through, exhaling a long breath, his eyebrows relaxed. There is no need to rush, but would you grant me the chance to be stubborn just this once? What? Before either could finish, golden magic surged from Kishir's hand. What, Commander? As Kishir muttered something indistinct with complex hand movements, around 10 magic stones from the bracelet he wore, the brooch on his formal wear, and even the jewels embedded in the ceremonial sword's scabbard shattered all at once. Simultaneously, a fully formed golden shield enveloped Either like a cocoon, then turned transparent as it emitted light. Either felt the oppressive sensation that had been weighing on him disappear, replaced by a feeling of liberation as his breath became easier. A faint golden light enveloped and protected his body. Though not well versed in magic, he could distinctly sense that this was something extraordinary. However, Kishir's complexion told a different story. This was the first time Either had seen him looking so perilous since the incident in the cavalry's underground, where he had used complex magic to counteract the explosion of a redstone during an experiment with Thais Yulman and Alec. A feeling of dizziness washed over Either. Don't do this. There is no need to go to such lengths. If I wasn't certain that this would make things even slightly safer, I wouldn't want to move from here either. The man, having completed his task and letting his hand fall, smiled with an indiscernible expression, lifting the corners of his lips. So that's why... ... If you're angry, I will accept your protest after all this is over. With those words, the magic power dispersed like dust, fading away swiftly. Perhaps it would have been better if he had simply ordered Either to not to get hurt and to return safely. But this was different. Even if the words sounded similar, the feelings behind them were vastly different. The sincerest, most vulnerable, and secretive emotions that the man had been suppressing throughout their journey overwhelmed Either, mixed with that smile. It was then that Either truly understood the meaning behind the words he had spoken earlier. How could he not grant permission after hearing such words? As if breaking a long silence, his lips finally parted. How could I possibly protest after hearing such words? Only after hearing Either's faintly uttered voice did Kishir truly smile with sincerity. Unknowingly, Either felt a strong urge to reach out and gently caress Kishir's cheek. These two, even in the middle of the battle,